Hello and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. It's been a while since I last kind of picked up the recording and stuff like that. I've just sort of kind of not really felt the motivation for it, but I want to get back into the swing of things because I have a lot of fun with this, honestly. I don't know why I lose motivation for it here and there. First thing you may be noticing is hopefully audio quality is a little bit better, or rather a little bit higher. I was told a few times that the volume is quite low, so hopefully this is a bit more tolerable. If I am blasting out your eardrums right now, I apologize. As for new stuff that's happening around, I did a little bit of building. As I'm sure there's probably a little compilation ahead of time. We set up a little bit of our extra utility stuff. We got some fire mills and water mills here. This room is primarily just probably going to be for resonators and other extra utilities machines. The enchanter is going to kind of sit down here just because all enchanting stuff's here. I might put it up here, but probably not. Beyond that, we've been batching up some of this lunar reactive dust because we need a boatload of that for the upcoming little sections here, as well as a bunch of this Oscar lapis. We've been getting a bunch of this stuff as well. So I'm probably going to need to set up an actual funnel in and funnel out for this, and probably a few upgrades, because this is a little bit too slow for my taste. We didn't really do too much else, I don't believe. I believe this is all the same as last time. This is still missing a ceiling, because of course it is. Still that pig there. He's just going to chill there, I assume, for quite a while, if not forever. I hope he stays here forever. He's a very nice lad. I'm thinking, however, that one of the first things I'd like to do is knock out one of these walls and take it and start a mob farm somewhere in this general vicinity, somewhere in this, around this area. Because, well, for the one thing, it's kind of necessary. We're going to need a lot of these bottles of enchanting. Two, I would like some mob drops. And three, again, I've said it so many times, I would like better enchantments. Beyond that, the excavator's been running. Ores have been kind of processing, which actually reminds me I need to throw some more in there. And we're kind of rich, honestly. 82 stacks of coal, 12 stacks of iron blocks, 11 stacks of redstone blocks, plus whatever's in there. Plus we've got a bunch of copper and gold to process, a bunch of osmium to process. Silver and lead we haven't really done too much of, albeit we haven't had a desperate need for it yet, but I think that will change soon. So we'll probably do that by the time we finish extra utilities in the next this chapter before we go to the next one. But for the meantime, I think the first thing I would like to do today is get this Demon Lord stuff, which means we're going to need some Demon Ingots, which means we're going to need some more Nether Bricks, which we have 0, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. However, we do have Nether Rack, which is basically Nether Bricks. So we'll get that kind of set up. I'll find a nice spot for it, and I'll catch you back in the I'll catch you back shortly. Alright, so we've got our little lava well here. So I believe you should just be able to throw it at the corner here, and you get all the demon metal every time. Every time, just like that. That's why it worked every single time, and I only threw it twice. I didn't have to throw it 3 times. You didn't see me throw it 3 times. Why would I throw it 3 times? Next, we should just be able to run this straight to the arc furnace to get all of our Demon Lord. We'll split these stacks up a little bit, just to make this go a little bit faster. And we should get our first 8 bits of Demon Lord, a little devil inside. Probably take that lapis, because the gold we've got a pretty good amount. We just need to process it all. Next up, we're going to have to go with these Mob Grinding. These are going to be used for all the Mob Grinding Utils stuff, as well as some open ingots, which are paper, and the Mob Grinding, I believe, was gunpowder, if I'm not mistaken. Gunpowder, yeah. So gunpowder and paper, both those shouldn't be too hard. Paper might be a little bit annoying, but we should be able to do that without too much effort. And we shouldn't need too much open ingots as well. The mob grinding, however, we're going to need a boatload of. So I'd like to get probably 4 stacks of this Demon Lord at least. So I'm going to run a bit more of that through the whole everything. I believe the lunar reactive is still going. Yeah, lunar reactive is still going for quite a while. So we're going to grab another 2 stacks of this gold and run this through here. Just like that. Perfect. And then once we get the lunar reactive dust to make more of this stuff, oh yeah. Once we get more of this stuff to make more of this stuff, we'll make more of this stuff, you know? Yeah. Tried and true. I'll catch you back when we're a little bit in a better position. So slight bad news. I'm noticing that we've only really got 70-ish gunpowder, which is not going to be nearly as much demon or mob grinding as I'd like. So what we're probably gonna have to do is we're probably gonna have to just kind of make this stack last, hopefully, until we can get a good enough mob system, which shouldn't be too hard, I would hope. Hopefully a stack is enough to at least get the basics, such that we can make a lot more. You know, the true tried and true modded Minecraft experience of make more things so I can make more things so I can make more things. And eventually we will be making infinity, so that is the ultimate end goal of that kind of a circumstance, which, you know, it's little one foot in front of the other before we get there. And it looks like our first bit of open ingots are just about finished cooking up as well. Very nice. Very nice, in fact, in his opinion. So this should lead us to basically everything we kind of need to start mob farming. Save for, it looks like, the enchanter. But... well, let's actually take a quick look at this. So the enchanter... we need these quartz burnt, which is not too big of a deal. Iron plates, moonstones, which are going to be a little bit of a hassle. These stable, unstable ingots are a little bit of a precarious craft, if you're familiar. These unstable ingots, you can make them either stable via the unstable nuggets, or you can make them unstable, and it's a lot cheaper. Unstable ingots explode after 10 seconds, as the tooltip says here. So if we're going to make these moonstones, we've got to make them well, effectively, which shouldn't be too hard, albeit I don't really want to risk it. So I'm going to grab one of our spare crafting tables here. And how many moonstones are we actually going to end up needing? We need we need 2 for the enchanter, stone drums. We can probably skip out on ethereal glass. Dark ineffable glass would be quite nice, actually. So we're probably going to want a couple for that, as well as the thermal conductor rod. Well, the thermal conductor rod, I think we only really need the one, maybe a couple eventually, but we should be fine for a while. We need them to make seeds, which we'll worry about another time. Looks like it's primarily the dark ineffable glass, as well as the enchanter. So I don't think we need a ton. Well, and drums. So I'm thinking maybe... ooh, how many of these do we get per craft? Maybe 4? Like 4? Not sure how I'm gonna feel about this, but yeah, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So we need a little bit of GP powder if the game will respond. My goodness. Oh, there we are. Okay. So I think we need only the 4. Need 4 diamonds, 4 iron. Surprisingly, it's nothing too crazy for those. All right, so let's run out here. Here's a good spot, I feel. Alright, so we do diamonds, iron. No, we should not make all 4 at once. We'll see how we feel about making the 1 at a time. And then we'll move from there. If it ends up being quite easy, then we'll do like 2. So this... oh yeah, we have so much time, actually. Okay, yeah, we could probably do 3. Famous last words, I'm sure. Oh yeah, we probably could have done all 4 even. But, you know, practice builds confidence, builds performance. But that is our unstable to lunar, and we get 2 more of those ingots, and the good ones, the ones that don't blow up, ever, which is nice. So next we have the glass that can't be... whoa, whoa, whoa! Cool it! Alright, well, next we have that and the drums. Drums are very good. We probably actually want to get quite a few of these, because drums are quite cheap, it looks like. Like, it's basically just GP powder and, like, rocks and a little bit of iron. So that's pretty good. Better, we probably don't need the big drums quite yet. Yeah, I think the enchanter is probably our next goal here. So we're gonna need quite a few of these machine block. Well, actually, I think we only really need the one for right now, right? The rest of these are just the generators. I'm supposed to analog craft. Oh no, because that's. Oh no, we could do that. Yeah, we could do the analog crafters, I suppose, but I don't think we particularly need those right now. Oh, I don't think those are very good either. I think the mechanical crafters are the good ones from those. And then the rest of the stuff takes like rainbow stone, which is quite a ways away. Oh yeah, I suppose machine frames for thermal, but once again, that's quite a bit ways away. So we probably only need really a couple of these at the moment. And here's our first machine block. Harden up. So then we should have access to, yeah, crusher, another furnace, who cares, and the enchanter, which is just some of this quartz burnt and some iron plates. If we grab some of our quartz, which we don't... Actually, I think a bunch of it is actually still left in the little ore processing thing we've got going on over there. So this shouldn't take super duper long. I'm actually going to go restock on this quartz while that does that. Yeah. We might want to get a drawer for this eventually. And I should probably clean out my inventory as well. Yeah. Yeah, so we should be able to, after getting back, we should be able to turn all of these, or not all these stone burns, what am I thinking? Turn these into our enchanter, as well as this very pretty looking quartz burn. Like, this is such a gorgeous block. Same thing with stone burn, honestly. Two very, very pretty blocks. I would love to do some building with stone burn at some point, but maybe another pack, or maybe later on, once we actually have a lot better of a kind of thing for that. 2 more iron plates. And should give us our enchanter. Enchanting away. So does this actually take XP to run? No. Just takes power. Interesting. As well as the bookshelves, of course. So I'm thinking I'm be. I guess I could just grab another connector and hook it up over here for the time being. That might look kind of bad, though. I suppose all this is effectively temporary, though, right? Like, this is not going to last once we get conduits, which is not super far away. Not sold. Not at all sold. We could actually just put it over here. I like that idea, actually. Yeah, let's take this whole setup and move it over there. Alright, so we're back, so we should be able to just kind of mooch some power off of this line here. Run that up here. Enchanter goes there. Fill this back in, fill that back in, and there's a full set of nearby bookshelves or other enchanting. Does it not have that? Is that not good enough? Or is it just not reading these top row? Might just not be reading this top row. Let me try smacking these out real quick. Yes, it just wasn't reading the top row there. So it's not exactly as I would like, but I kind of... No, I think I actually like this a little bit better. Yeah, I think this looks quite nice, actually. So now we should have access to this whole thing, which has a lot of recipes to it. Yeah, not the least of which, of course, is going to be this magical wood and these enchanted metals and the evil infused metals. Magical apples, I'm not particularly sure what those are going to be used for. So it looks like that they're going to ask us for sun crystals, which is going to take those enchanted ingots. These lead into the thermal conductor rod. Magical wood is very good. Yeah, it's just sort of like a super bookshelf, which could be nice. Some stuff that we don't need to worry about, as well as a large amount of the generators. The bag of holding. Ooh, that's a little tempting, actually. I could always go for another backpack. The auto enchantment table, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about that compared to the normal enchanter. Because the thing I'm noticing about this, right, is that it looks like it's literally just random. Is that minutes? Is that 5 minutes? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, we're probably gonna want uh the open enchantment table then, aren't we? Ooh, I don't want to wait 5 minutes to roll. Oh man, that's terrible. Especially considering, like, look at this. This is getting like sharpness. It's like 1. If they want me to get like the, it's still random, right? Like, yeah, no, these are just, this is still a random pull on it too, and that's even assuming with a nether star in half an hour. Like you know, you could speed upgrade it, of course, but I don't want to wait 30 minutes per roll. Oh man, I've hyped myself up for now. I mean, it's not nothing. It's not nothing, right? Like, yeah, insert tools, armor, books to enchant them using liquid XP. It's not as easy, but truthfully, this is what I expected, right? Like, I expected me to have an input for this, so I guess it makes sense that with no input and just power, it doesn't give you all that much. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna need quite a bit of this magical wood. What is it for specifically? I guess the spikes. Oh no, for the thermal rod as well. Right? Yes, we need 2 pieces for the thermal rod, as well as 4 of these sun crystals. So let's get those started. Oh, I just finished putting the crafting table on my hotkey. I guess is to unpause the recording is the same as pulling everything back. But there's our first sun crystal, which gives us some extra enchanted ingots. So we're going to need to make an XP bottler with this. Thermal conductor rod, this is 1. The rod is 4. And the mob masher here is another 1. So I think we should just need the 16 sun crystals for right now. We're going to need a lot more later, but that is significantly later, right? Like, we don't really need these at the moment. We need them for the generators, which is nothing we're worrying about right now. We need it for itself, and then all this gobbledygook, which is so much later that we're not even really care about it. Really, I thought we'd need these a lot more, but it kind of looks like we don't, which is nice, because these are kind of a hassle. So I'll come back to you when we're ready to do more stuff. Alright, and we're going to quickly, while we're doing all that other stuff, put together 4 of some of the best blocks in the game for these vacuum hoppers. We don't only really need the 1 right now. However, these things are just incredible. I feel like I should take the ender pearls, because the opening ingots I can make, and that shouldn't be too hard. Suck them all up. So what that should allow us to do is the absorption hopper. Oh. I think I misunderstood what the vacuum hopper is. Huh. Oops. Okay, so we're making, oh, bugger. Alright, so we're making 4 of the, well, we're going to eventually make 4 of the best, one of the best blocks in the game, and we're going to have 3 of the second best. One of the second best blocks in the game, I suppose. Because the absorption hopper is a lot better. Ooh, get some Mob Grinding as a kickback. That's nice. Ooh, gunpowder from that as a kickback. We get this. I need that obsidian badly, actually. I need to go mining for obsidian. But yes, this is all good stuff. So it looks like next is the fan to the fan itself. Our various, well, things that we need to make our mob farm. And that, oh, I didn't know I needed the spikes for these as well. Well, I guess it's probably a good thing that I made spares of magical wood. This isn't too bad, right? No, okay, that should be fine. And this is 3 spikes. Diamond gears are fine. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but this should be okay. I'll put you back in a second. Alright, so we start with our wooden spikes. Our stone ones. to our iron ones, or gold ones, to our diamond ones. And we didn't get the quest for any of them because we're supposed to back up when we made iron. We didn't. Well, it was the one that I actually jumped straight to gold. Brilliant maneuver on my end. We'll come back to that by the end of the pack. Doesn't look like there's anything particularly amazing as a quest reward. If I had to guess, it's probably just more GB powder. But that sucks. The mob masher will be different, though. The mob masher will be different. Holy crap. Check this one out. Look at this thing go. He's so excited. Alright, with our powers combined, we make one very strong mob masher. And it's also how ketchup's made, would you believe it? We get some diamonds as kickback, which is very nice, and we have a lot of upgrades to look at. By a lot of upgrades, I mean like we have like 2 upgrades to look at. Like Bane of Arthropods, who cares? Smite, who cares? Beheading could be okay. Looting is probably going to be the big one of the big ones, and sharpness is obviously also going to be one of the big ones. Fire aspect, I don't care. No, I would be astounded if there's a circumstance in which I need fire aspect on a mob masher. So I'll craft up probably a couple of these, I'd imagine. Sharp, like by Sharp's horn. That's incredible. Anyway, I'm gonna craft up a couple of these. Emerald sword. Okay. Yeah, key would probably be in a couple. We'll probably only make the 3 of each of these to start with, because this is gonna be what, like, oh, the Echometerus. Yeah. Yeah, we're probably just gonna make the 3 of each of these to start with. Then these fans and the like. Well, not these fans, but these fans that I can't click on yet because I haven't made this fan. Gonna get some upgrades for these. Build ourselves a nice little dark box for this drop of evil we'll be making in just a moment, more than likely. I'll catch you then. I am a god. I am a god. Life falls to my whim, and I get cool stuff from it. So currently, we've just got this fairly basic setup. We got 3 fans all blowing into that masher over there. Sharpness 3, looting 3, nothing too crazy yet. As it currently stands, we're just piping into this chest. I would like to get it to a point at which, what I think I can do is I think I actually do have enough Ender conduits to have a fairly simple setup using this controller slave to pump stuff into this trim down here, which will pump it into here, rather into the slave that will run through this trim. These drawer trims, if you're unfamiliar, are basically kind of like drawer cabling. They basically just sort of connect the whole set of any drawers that are connected to the same thing, kind of like a drawer controller does. And the slaves just acts like another input for that. So I'm probably going to end up piping most of these items in, stuff like bows and leather boots. Ideally, maybe there's a... actually, I bet I could use extra utilities, because I believe there's a filter from that I could use to filter out stuff with NBT. And then all this other good stuff, like... must have been, like... I have no idea what the ton was. But yeah, all the other really, really good stuff is now, passive. Damn, look at all this good stuff. Like, you know, some of it, like, rotten flesh, you know, maybe not the best. Zombie brains, we'll get to it later. String and spider eyes, not bad. Bones are quite good. Gunpowder's very, very good. Solidified experience is going to be pretty solid. Realmite, not too big of a deal. Ender pearls is going to be quite nice. All these heads are going to be very good for once we get to Ender IO. And maybe we'll get lucky and get some, like... Oh yeah, I see a little Ender spider in there. That's probably what's making that weird noise. Maybe we could get some of those Divine RPG shards as well. Maybe we can make a better sword or a weapon or something out of that. Because this thing's pretty good, but I know there's better. There's certainly better. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. The rest of the room is a little bit kind of needs to be fixed up. I need to go slice in these little bits of obsidian down here. I need to fix up that ceiling, fix up this ceiling. These walls will probably get filled with drawers at some point. Probably I don't probably need that many drawers, I'd imagine. I hope not, at least. We'll see though. Yeah. I feel pretty great about this. This is just good to have going. The one flaw that it has currently is there's no off switch. And it looks like those ender spiders are a little bit too short to get hit by the mob masher. Which, those are both kind of unideal, but we can fix those. I will probably set up a redstone lamp with some alloy wire between now and another time. And, yeah, nothing too crazy. Shouldn't be too hard to get that. Just 2 little redstone lamps should be perfectly fine enough for that. I also need to cover the top of this with string so that it doesn't catch on fire for random reasons. I want to say that's blazes that would do that if and when I would get to that point. But I'd really just rather not take the chance at all. As it stands, this thing... What was that? As it stands, I'd rather not take the chances with it if I don't have to, and I shouldn't have to, so that's good. Spiders, I assume just kind of get pushed by other spiders into the thing. Yeah, okay, good. So yeah, it being one high up is maybe not the greatest thing, but it should be fine, probably. Maybe I'll lower it if I need to, but again, as of right now, works great. Works so great that I nearly killed myself on it, honestly. That was almost death number 3. I got to half a heart getting just kind of stepping into that thing on accident when trying to upgrade it. That thing is brutal. But oh man, look at all this good stuff. So much good stuff. I can barely even keep up with it. Done that. Yeah, I'm very, very, very pleased with all this. Alright, so the setup currently is now the absorption hopper pumps into this chest here, which is using one of the conduits we got from our quest reward quite a while ago. We're getting some great use out of this thing. Should be extracting on brown into a high priority slave down here, so it should put whatever it can into this drawer network into this drawer network. Then we have an insert on low priority into this gold chest. This is effectively like a buffered chest with a transfer node on it. This transfer node, we're going to put a filter whitelist in, ignoring all metadata, NVT, or dictionary, etc. We are just looking to whitelist basically these leather items, any gold items we might get, stone items, these potions. We're looking to whitelist these into the garbage. And so it should start just kind of chucking these, ideally, hopefully. Why no work? Oh, maybe, let me try putting a filter here. And I'm seeing this coordinate thing at the bottom here. That's confusing me a little bit as to why that's not doing what it should. It's just not extracting at all. Like, there's no filter at all with this. So this dude just dropped in on top of my head from up here, right here. Oh. Not cool, dude. Not cool. Okay, that was not cool. Oh my god, my heart hurts. You know what saved it though? Shadow Armor triple speed, baby. Best set in the game. If it only it worked 100% of the time. Very genuinely saved a lot of stuff though. That could have been really disastrous. It's working now. All I had to do was put it on the side, interestingly. But I think it's still... Yeah, this filter isn't working as I would like it to, however. Which is odd because it should be... Oh! Got to put bows in. That would do it. That would certainly do it. There we go. So now I should be able to just kind of throw all this stuff in, and it should void all of this stuff. Yeah, should be trashing all this. And then I will leave a spare chest. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this one out for the gold chest. Because at first I thought it was maybe the gold chest was writing an issue, but it shouldn't be the case. Maybe it's just only take from the side. Yeah, so now it should be extracting from this gold chest. So I'm going to have this normal brown chest here, holding this extra filter should I ever need it. The rest of this should be working like a dream, however. Yeah, nothing should really want to go into here. And of what's in here, only these items should go into there, which is good. That's exactly what I want. Another new, or semi-related, while I was trying to look up some more information about what could have been the issue, this is currently extra utilities manual. This is rough. This is very unfortunate. This is rough. we have a written book, and some of it's not ideal. Gotta say, that's pretty rough. Well, either way, that's working now. The new problem is this bottler just isn't accepting this fluid duct for whatever reason. So maybe I'll try a fluid transfer node, and maybe I'll have some better luck with that. I'll come back in a moment. Alright, extra utilities to the rescue again. So it wasn't connecting via the transfer pipe, so I just put a retrieval node here, so it should be just accepting straight from the drum itself. And it is, which is perfect. So now it should be, if I were to kick those lights off and throw everything back on, any overflow items should go into this gold chest. Liquid XP should go into the drum. If this bottler is not full, it should fill itself up. Last thing I'd like to do is put in some lights, and I think we're good to move on. All right, and just like that, we've got a nice on-off switch in here. Very easy. Should prevent us from getting too much overflow. Speaking of overflow, looks like our filter's already working quite well. It's blocking out all this extra stuff that I accidentally had broken and fell into the absorption hopper. Next, we flick this off. We should just get a bunch of drops. Perfect. Alright, this is wonderful. So our next task, now that we've kind of done all of that, I'm probably going to grab this between episodes, but I would really like... Now that I know I'm so close here, I really just want to get RF powder, you know? So for that, we're going to need the thermal conductor rod. The horrifying sound, we're just going to go up to safety. So we need that thermal conductor rod, which is the sun crystals, moonstones, and some magical wood. I believe we should just have all of that now at this point. There are very fast sun crystals. And I believe we should have, yes, a little bit of extra moonstone. So this, there. And we should get our thermal conductor rod and our quest. It's hot. It is hot. So now we should have we now are able to craft our RF powder with GP powder, bottles of enchanting, and bronze blend. Bronze blend, we just seem to really need the pulverized copper and tin, which I think is really going to kind of be our thing here at the moment now, right? Like, this is probably going to be our next big thing, is obscene amounts of copper and tin. Fortunately, we're already a little bit ahead of that. I made sure to get the copper running while I was doing all that stuff. So I will meet you back here shortly once I have all that bronze blend. That should be what, like 4? Yeah, 4 stacks bronze blend should be. What the fuck?
Friendship.
Where the what? I'm so confused. Any idea what just happened there? Please let me know. I got hit by lightning or an explosion, and then a pumpkin spider spawned inside of me, I suppose. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but also that just reminded me to go put string down in the mob farm, so I'll do that as well. I'm at a loss for words. I feel like there was something I was supposed to be doing since the last cut, but I just don't remember. I've been shell-shocked. Either way, though, there's our RF powder. Here's the big tech block. Oh, man. Okay, this is exciting. This is exciting. Actually, what do we get from this? More RF powder. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we have a lot of options now. We have our upgrade kits. That's not happening. Maybe I shouldn't have checked that one first. Maybe I shouldn't have checked that one second. Why do they give me hope? Alright, well, either way, we have access to energy cells, which are quite nice. A modular amount of power kind of in and out. You can craft them directly, it looks like. Oh. I suppose you do need the hardened near-room glass for that. But still, that's quite doable, I feel. For, I believe, yeah, 50 million and a, again, modular amount of power transfer, as well as the flux ducts. The iconic flux duct. 1,000 RF a tick? That's not bad. That's not, like, inconsequential, especially considering, like, this is quite cheap, all things considered. Besides the RF powder, and even that's probably not that bad, that's quite cheap. But of course, everything all starts with the machine frame. Ooh. Ooh. So that's what the morphing tool does. Good to know. But yes, the machine frame. Oh, the machine frame. How many things we will do. our smelters, our pulverizers, our platers, induction smelters. We're gonna go to the end soon. Oh man, this is when the pack begins. There's so much stuff that it's in. There's just so much good stuff that's going to be in this chapter. I'm looking ahead. I'm seeing conduits. That makes me very happy. I'm seeing the ever-ending bowl or whatever. Hardened fluidex, which are fine, I suppose. These are probably good. But oh my gosh, all this stuff. I'm not going to have to craft servos anymore. I'm not going to have to worry about managing pipes. I can just put everything in one block. It's going to look terrible, and I'm going to love it so much. Well, it's going to look terrible, like, because there's going to be, like, 4 conduits in one block. Anything looks better than this. But yeah, that's, oh, I'm very excited for this. So I'm thinking between episodes, hopefully, I'll, actually maybe do something with this room. I really thought I was going to do, like, anything with this room today. Maybe this will be, our thermal foundation, if you will. That was off the cuff. That was a good one. I'll probably clean up this room a little bit. Maybe get some kind of glass to prevent hazards. Definitely want to get that enchanter set up so I can finally stop whining about all this armor that I keep talking about. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for where we are now. Lots of good things coming. No shortage of which is these power cables are bothering me. I cannot wait to have actual good power cables. I think the power cells are soon, right? The simple power cell is dark steel. That's all it is. In dark steel, that's right there. That's right here. We're so close to it. We could almost have like the really kind of tier wireless power. Oh, and I see the crafting terminal. Like, that's not a huge boost, but it just feels nice. We might end up rushing that, honestly. But, oh, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. And I hope you're excited, too. I hope to catch you next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Oops. Went a bit far that time.